Hi, everyone. Welcome. Just decided to go live after we had such a mess last night in my live with Marina, and people weren't able to chat for some reason. Still don't know why, but it was such a fun topic to do that I thought, well, I'd like to come back on and do a little bit more because Mercury's in retrograde, so we have to deal with that. But also, it's a time to look back and to be nostalgic. And so I am. I'm just thinking that it would be fun to talk about some things. Hello, Lottie. Hello, Diana. Hi, Craig. So, if you didn't know, last night while we were on, hi, Ramon. Hi, Scott. Hi, Laura. When Marina and I were on last night, all of a sudden people couldn't comment, and some people couldn't be added to the chat, and it was a mess. It was like fine in the beginning, and then it deep sixed very soon afterwards. And we were talking about nostalgia and Generation Jones, which is between 1954 and 1965, and we were having a good time talking about it. But there's so much more that could be talked about. That could be a lot of fun. So I've been singing that song all day. The end of the Civil War was near when, quite accidentally, a hero who sneezed abruptly ceased retreat and reversed into history. Do, 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 do. F Troop! I love F Troop. That was wonderful. I did. I've been enjoying it, Craig. So thank you so much again. Hi, Jamie Johnson and Mary Hernandez Walker. And Sonia is here. I just was thinking there's so many things about nostalgia, and it can be nostalgia from any time period. Some of us are older than others, so we go back a little further, but we also have some cool nostalgia that happened in the 80s and the 90s and the OOs. And so I kind of thought, along with my idea yesterday, my show with Ginger Faye, which was on joy, that we need to laugh more. We need to. We've been so sad and dour and down for so long, and there is some hope for us all here. And part of that also has us become happier because we choose to become happier. So we focus on things that bring us joy and make us happy. And so I'm just thinking, what could be better than looking back and laughing and enjoying each other's stories about nostalgia. I got a couple of them was great because it reminded me of those old ashtrays that were beanbag on the bottom, and you could put it and it wouldn't tip over because it had like a beanbag in the bottom. And that made me laugh. And then my aunt used to she had to take saccharin because she had diabetes. And so she had this little bucket with a little tiny shovel so she could take her little spoonfuls of saccharin out to put in her coffee. And so just really funny stuff like that. Hi, Janet. Hi, Lisa. You didn't listen to the lyrics. I knew all the lyrics to all the songs and commercials ever since probably the 60s. And yeah, you could get me to pretty much sing all of them. And I remember once being in a Trivial Pursuit competition with my friend's ex-husband, and he and I were on the same team, and we blew the doors off everybody because, according to her, we knew the most random and totally useless information that anybody would want to remember because we knew all the songs and we knew how to sing them and we knew all the ad jingles and all that stuff. So it was funny. Oh, she carried a little cameo box with saccharin in it. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. It is nice to find some humor that doesn't involve the others. Yeah. Oh, the super chicken. Do you remember Disco Duck? Disco, disco duck, try your luck. Don't give a bleep. No, he didn't say that, but I like that one. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun to remember. And so I found a picture that I put up as the avatar for this show, and it's the Twister game. How many of you played Twister? It was a plastic mat with different colors on it. and you had at least two people competing, and you have to put your right hand on a red and your left leg on a green and all that, and then whoever fell over first. You did, Jamie? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I know, Laura. Fortunately, I remember more that happened when I was younger than I can remember from yesterday. So, yeah. Anyway. Hi, Care Bear Bard. How are you today? It's good to see you. Yeah. Yes, they were big circles. Hi, Seascape. Hi, Sandy. Yeah, Giggles from Twister. And then they had the operation game, remember, where you had to take the funny bone out of the guy, or you had to, I don't know, you had to use these tweezers to not touch the sides that would light it up and kill the patient and take out the little plastic thing. Rubber Ducky, you're the one. You make bath time loads of fun. Rubber Ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Do 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 do. Yeah, all those games were really fun. They really, really were. Operation. Anybody have? I had creepy crawlers, plastic. You could make plastic creepy crawlers, and then later they made the edible ones. You could make like out of chocolate or something, and the smell of the plastic was very kind of ooh. And yeah, that was funny. Yeah, the Rainbow Connection. Yes. You grew up LDS, so you always had funny home evening. Oh, a little lesson. That's cool. Oh, yeah. And remember the banana split show? One banana, two banana, three banana, four bananas make a bunch, and so do many more. Oh, la, 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 la. You played with the Ouija board. Yes, I got one for my sixth grade birthday. Who knew, right? And yeah, right now I wanted a Ouija board, so my parents bought me a Ouija board. They had no understanding that it might be something nefarious. So we were always trying to find out who we were going to marry. And I remember my friend, she was actually the minister's daughter. She was going to marry a guy named Mark Dirk. Mark Dirk. He wasn't anybody we knew, but that's who she was looking for. So anybody else's name after sixth grade was mud, because they weren't Mark Dirk. Because we had to get married right out of high school. That was the thing to do. Lisa, you had a Ouija board too? Oh, the name game. Yes, 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 yes. Let's see. Aley, Aley, Bobally, Bonana, Fana, Fofally, me, my, Mobally, Aley. Mary, Mary, Boberry, Bonana, Fana. I remember that. On your desk world, there's a type of design called nostalgia. Oh, wow. I love this, Sandy, that your brother had an erector set. So my mother gave one to my father in his Christmas stocking when I was in high school, with the admonition that he used that to full advantage, except that he wasn't able to. But it was a kind of a cruel way of getting him to see that she was not happy with what was going on in their sex life. So there's another song that absolutely reminds me of Sesame Street, and it was, two of these things belong together, two of these things are kind of the same. One of these things is doing its own thing. Now it's time to play our game. Oh my God, Borbo, you had a board also? Oh wow. Your older sisters were always moving the planchette to scare you. Are you sure they were doing it? Oh my God, that's funny. Oh, Milk Bar Bakery is known for nostalgia pastries for the 90s. Ooh. Car games on long trips. Yes, did you do the state game? Like find one from Alaska and Arkansas and blah, blah, blah. Yep, HR Puffin stuff. I remember that. Mm-hmm. Oh, you do Care Bear? Oh, that's cute. My My son was a big Mr. Rogers fan, and so was his friend. But you know, when they got a little bigger, they never wanted anybody to know that because what did he have? He had that skit with the puppets, kind of an ugly looking puppet with a big nose. I can't remember her name, but there was that, and there was also "Come on and zoom, 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 zoom." Come on and zoom, 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 zoom. Come on, give it a try. We're gonna teach you to fly. That was on PBS as well. Way back when, way back when. Probably in the 70s. What else was on? Well, I know a lot of you younger people remember Scooby Doo and all that on the cartoons. My daughter was born in 77, so she watched Princess of Power and the Smurfs. And I'm sure there were other things. One of my favorite movies was when John Candy was down on the beach in Summer Rental. That is one of the most hilarious. I love him anyway, but it was a hilarious movie. And he goes out to get something, comes back, and everybody from the beach is inside his rental, making an omelet, doing all these other things. And he goes and he sees a man laying on the bed with a red hat. It was a red hat. I think it was anyway. And John Candy's dog was with him, and he goes, "You traitor." And then the guy said, "Hey, I was here first. I'm watching the Smurfs." And John Candy says, "Did you see the one where Papa Smurf beats the shit out of the guy in the red hat?" Silly but fun. Just makes me always laugh. Yes, Mad Libs. Oh, those are still fun to do today, aren't they? You just had to know what an adjective, a noun, and a pronoun were. Uh-huh. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh yes, that's funny. What else do you guys remember from whatever nostalgia you remember? Because it isn't just my nostalgia that's fun. Mary, you had a board, and the day we played it, the dog escaped from the yard and bit the mailman. It was horrible, and we never played it again. So did the Ouija board do that, or the person you conjured up make the dog mad, leave, and bite the mailman? Oh my God, Mary, that's funny. Funny how we associate two things that have really nothing to do with each other, but they make a huge impact on us. And I think we do that. I mean, it's the same way if you, like my mother, when she was in high school, she had like a hot dog and something to drink. And when she graduated, my dad took her on a roller coaster. She never went on again, but she threw up all over my dad and had to go home. And she never ate those things again, because that's associated with it. And she never went on a roller coaster ever again either, which I couldn't blame her, because that would get you kind of crazy. Hi, Liz Reeves. The Monkey Cast. Oh, Lancelot Link. I loved Lancelot Link. Lancelot Link, Super Chimp. And there was him, and there was and I also like the guys on Mystery MST, Mystery Science Theater, and they would sit in the front row and have a conversation about stupid sci-fi movies that were like Class C movies, and they would just make all these cracks about it. I'd come out of the bedroom at when my son was probably around 8 or 10 years old, and I said, "What you doing, buddy?" He said, "I'm watching these guys. These guys are funny." And I couldn't get up from watching it with them because they were. One was a pinball machine, I think, and one was a gum machine or something like that. Yeah. Hi, Kelly. We're just talking about nostalgia. Hi, Viviani. Hi, everybody. I also wanted to apologize, and I still have no idea why. Last night, in the middle of my show with Marina, the chat shut down, and there were only 3 people chatting: Christine, Craig, and Diana. And I thought, that's really strange, because there's 30 people in the chat. I could see how many people were in the chat. And I thought, you'd think maybe they just don't like this topic, and they couldn't post. So again, I have a message into YouTube, but also Michelle from Astrological Taros has a list of things you can check, because sometimes it might be your browser, sometimes it might be your cookies, sometimes it might be this, that, this, that. So she put the whole list in there if you ever have this issue with another live. And because there are some people that told me this has happened to them on other channels, and I have never seen it happen. So I appreciate any feedback anybody has about anything. Yes, car bingo. Yes, HR Puffin stuff had a fan club because of Jack Wilde, and he was the Artful Dodger on the Oliver movie back in the 70s. Yeah, it was the 70s it came out. Yeah. Oh, the Julia Show with Diane Carroll and Lloyd. What was his name? I don't know. All right. Sandy Miller, I see that you are here today. And how are you being a good girl? And when is your birthday? I'm Miss Jean from Romper Room. Huh? Oh, gosh. I grew up listening to Schoolhouse Rock. Yeah, there you go, Mary. There you go. Wow. The Man with the Red Shoe. I don't know if I've ever seen that. I have seen the man with, or like the balloon, the red balloon that floats all over the town. I've seen that one. Hi, Amanda, Tropical Empress. Christine Fryer. So last night, Christine, half the people couldn't even post while we were having our chat in the middle of the thing. It just really, it was upsetting to me. Flintstones and the Jetsons. And they had microwaves. They had flying cars. They had robots that worked for them. They had the thing they'd take their dog out for a walk. Remember when George would get, and then the dog was going too fast and went like this. All those things are things we have now. I mean, it kind of reminds me of Star Trek with the communicators. They're like flip phones that we have. Yeah. Oh, I'll have to watch that. It's a Tom Hanks movie, The Man in the Red Shoe. Okay. I will definitely check that out. The name of the cartoon with the two crows. Oh, wow. I know which one you're talking about, but I don't remember. It wasn't Woody Wood. No, that's a woodpecker. There was another one. Trixie, Dixie, and Pixie. The three mice. Or is it Dixie and Pixie? Dixie and Pixie. And then, of course, there was Dave and the three Alvin and the Chipmunks, when Dave used to sing, and he would go, Christmas time of year, time to laugh. And then a guy goes, and I want a hula hoop. Hi, Amanda. Oh, you used to go to the disco freestyle? Tore up the dance floor. There you go. I remember once, I had a lot of 2 or 3 friends of mine that went to this particular disco that had a lit floor, and the drinks were 75 cents a piece or something. This is probably in about 75. And so they all said, you want to go to this? And I said, sure. And they said, well, I want you to know it's a gay bar. I said, I don't care. I'm not gay, but I can go and have a good time. So we all went, and it was the best dance floor I've ever seen, and the best money for a drink that I've ever seen in my life. And it was fun. It was really fun. And they were playing the song Discotheque and the Sexualettes Get Dancing. Do da do da do da da do da do 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 do. Get dancing, guaranteed to rock the boat. Oh, Mary Sherman and Mr. Peabody, yes, yes. And they, in the Wayback Machine, right? Isn't it the Wayback Machine where they could go back in time and do stuff? I love that. And laugh in. Yep, games you played in the car. Uh-huh. Hobo Kelly was a children's show with a magic toy box if she pulled the winning postcard. Oh, that's cool. That must have been a local show. We had one called Rex Trailer's Boomtown down in Boston. And, he was dressed up like a cowboy. And then he had a guy named Pablo who was supposed to be the Mexican guy, from old time. And they were always on their horses, and they would go to the different festivals around the New England area and bring their horse with them and, do all kinds of stuff. And everybody was happy when he got there. That's awesome. Yeah. Tuxedo, Tennessee Tuxedo, and Chumley. There was a girl I went to high school with, and she looked like Tennessee Tuxedo. She really did. Her face did. We used to go to the discos on Sunday. There were a few that opened up for teenagers. Oh, that's cool. So they just opened it up so you could dance, but of course no drinks were allowed. Either just Coca-Colas or something. That's cool, Mary. Yeah, I know. I love Mystery Science Theater. Yep, Beavis and Butthead. If you guys ever get a chance on Saturday Night Live, recently Ryan Gosling was on. See if you can find that show. And he was on with a guy named, and he was dressed as either Beavis or Butthead. And it was hysterical. And they looked like Beavis and Butthead. You got to watch. I mean, it's funny. It's very funny. Ryan Gosling played one of them. And then one of the cast members played the other guy. People are like, did anyone ever tell you look like Beavis? Who's that? It's really funny. Mercury retrograde. Oh, Dark Shadows. You know what, Barbara? I pulled up Dark Shadows on YouTube and I started watching it again. And the guy that, I think it was the beginning of it when there was the kid David, and he was probably 13. He was a little crappy kid. And then Barnabas and what's the other guys? David, who was played by David Selby, was on there. And it was so hokey to watch it now. So totally hokey. And the kids would talk like this. Look out, David. There's a ghost behind you. Oh, God. Yeah. I'm so sorry, Mimi Nee. I'm really, we were like, I said to Marina afterwards, well, I guess the three of them really enjoyed what we were talking about. Maybe it just wasn't very interesting to other people. And I thought, well, no, I won't do that again. Little did I know all of you were like, why are you blocking me? Which I wasn't. I know. Oh, your chat is lagging a bit. I don't know. They've put in some new stuff and I don't know. Pepe Le Pew. Oh my goodness. Oh, Heckle and Jekyll. That might be those two blackbirds. That actually seems right. Because what do? The blackbirds do heckle each other. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Janet, Lori, and Sonia. Yeah. I know. Two brother crows. Yep. Oh, my Lord. Fractured fairy tales. Oh, yeah. With Hans Conried. He was the guy that did it. And remember at the end when something all fell on the ground and somebody came in and swept it up, moved it off. That was fun. Oh, my goodness. Lost in Space. Oh, yeah. Pretty handsome Dr. Smith. Oh, you did see it with Ryan. Oh, well, that was funny. Yes. Bonanza, Captain Kangaroo. I had to watch with my dad every Friday night without fail. We had to watch Rawhide, and then we had to watch Route 66 with Martin Milner and Glenn Corbett. And it was about guys that traveled across town with their fancy cars. Or they were traveling in the United States because they were going basically on Route 66. Hold on. I have to let my dog out of the room because she hears something. Hold on, please. All right. Come on. Let's go. You guys ever feel like your job for the day is letting the dogs in, letting the dogs out? That's sometimes how I feel. Conjunction, what's your function? Oh, Chilly Willy. Chopper and Yacky Doodle. Hi, Nani. Fran and Ollie and Cecil and Beanie. Oh, yeah. And then there was David and Goliath on Sunday morning. Remember that? Oh, my God. Oh, wow. In the winter, at the end of our street, a group of us sat out there and pushed cars when they got stuck for $5 and then go to the Gold Star Chili and eat. God, you were industrious, Mary. What a great idea. I had to do that for my boyfriend. He had a Datsun, and it was very tiny, but it had no reverse. I don't even know why we went anywhere in it. And so if ever he had to be in reverse, I had to get out and push him. So you and I have something in common. He didn't give me $5 though. There was another time his windshield washers weren't working correctly, and I was sitting in the front seat, and he turned on the windshield wipers, and the fluid flew out, and there was a guy sitting over here, and he got all wet. I was so mortified. It was like, get out of here. He's going to think we did that on purpose, you know. Oh my God. Dark shadows. Yeah, you had to rush home from school. Uh-huh. Mary Hartman. Mary Hartman. And then there was Fernwood Tonight that came on with Martin Mull. That came on after Mary Hartman. Yeah. Tom Selleck, Gumby and Pokey, Lamb Chop and Sherry, Lawrence Welk, Lisa. Did you like that? Did you ever hear about the story about what he played one time? In the 70s, he had no idea what it meant because I don't think he would have played it. But it was Brewer and Shipley's song, One Toke Over the Line. Sweet Jesus, one toke over the line. Sitting downtown in a railway station, one toke. So he goes, a one and a two, and today we're going to talk about, because now I sound like somebody else, this wonderful song, the One Toke Over the Line. And everybody is like, the young people were like, oh my God. That means that you're just one pull over being stoned. Oh, I bet, Jamie. In and out the door, in and out the door. Yeah. Davy and Goliath, yes. Oh, my. Chiller Theater. Ooh, I don't think I probably watched that because I was scared to death of those kind of shows. Wow. Oh, she was a choreographer, so you watched Lawrence every week. Wow. That's amazing, you guys. That's amazing. What was the first movie that you went to in a real movie theater? For me, it was The Sound of Music. I went to see The Sound of Music when I was 10. It was a big deal. And, it was like in this huge cinema, which I'd never been in. Of course, I'd been to some movies like That Darn Cat and a few other ones. Went to see Oliver when it came out. But I had to babysit that summer of 69. And I was down in Cape Cod. And my cousins that I was babysitting for, their kids, they bent their wrists a lot. So we watched Apollo landing in a bar when you could bring everybody in with you. So I'll never forget that. Mary Poppins. Yes. Snow White. Star Wars at the drive-in. Yay, CJ. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. Speedway. Okay. Mary Poppins. The Birds. Oh, you saw it at the movie theater? Oh, my God. That scared me when those birds pecked that guy's eyes out. Ooh. Yeah. That was a scary movie. What about Bob? I love Bill Murray. He's so weird. I love him. My favorites are John Candy, Steve Martin, Bill Murray, and Aykroyd had some funny stuff too when he was younger. You saw Jaws. Oh, he was, Sandy. He was a heartthrob. We used to watch The Rifleman all the time. His name was Johnny something, and he was just a handsome kid, and grew into a really nice looking man. But you saw the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Oh my God. Cheech? You saw Cheech and Chong? The Birds. The Cool Ghoul was in Cincinnati and would run those scary movies on Friday and Saturday night. Mary, you're so brave. I would not watch those things. I didn't even want to hear the music from the Twilight Zone. It scared me. And my daughter, she didn't like unsolved mysteries music. She'd be afraid when she heard that. So you were dropped at the theater with sack lunches for a double feature. Mom would go play golf. Oh yeah, she knew that you two would be okay because that's the way it was. It wasn't that way, um, for very much longer. But your parents would. They'd take you down. It would be 50 cents or something to go to the movies, and you'd go with your friends. And then, if the neighborhood drop off, whoever had the biggest station wagon would come pick you up. Yeah. Oh, it's Johnny Crawford. Yeah. Oh, you like Danny Kaye? Oh no, your dad was mad for you crying, Mousy. My dad and I went to see Romeo and Juliet in 1968, and my dad was mortified because there was nudity. Olivia Hussey, actually, it was mostly just her breasts, and didn't bother me, but he was told my mother he made him uncomfortable. So, oh yeah, Bob Newhart, Abbott Costello. Oh, The Exorcist. I saw the other one, The Omen, where the kid is up on the roof. That scared me. But that was in '96. You had tea with the monkeys at Howard Johnson's? Oh my goodness, Nalani. Was Davy Jones as hot as he seemed to be at that time? Remember, Jan Brady loved Davy Jones. Remember? Hi, Peace Mama. I came on today so we could have the conversation that most people couldn't have last night. Oh, wow. Los Angeles, things changed after. Oh, Manson, you mean? Charles Manson. Yeah. Our grocery store had a dark little bunker where kids could watch cartoons. Oh my God, that it reminds me of the dark little bunkers that men used to have what they call peep shows in like New York City and stuff. You'd go in, or even there was sometimes live women on the other side. Not that I saw it, but I just knew that was there. I remember going down to the Combat Zone, which had the best Chinese food in Boston. We didn't go there for any other reason than that. And unbelievable things. But I was in college, so I already knew a lot about what was going on. You've been a groupie your whole life. Oh my. Oh, Perry Mason. Benny Hill. Yay. I love Benny Hill. Mr. Bean. I like that. And I also love Monty Python. That's one of my favorite shows. Wow, been a groupie. You've been learning a lot about Tallulah Bankhead. Beautiful woman. Yeah, she was. She was Peace Mama. Oh my. Bewitched, I Dream of Jeannie, MASH, Red Skelton, Carol Burnett. I love Carol Burnett with Tim Conway and Harvey Korman. They were wonderful. Yeah. I was little. My older siblings have to. Oh, you went to see Help with the Beatles? Yeah, trick or treating or bag snatching. Did you use a pillowcase, Craig? We got so greedy the older we got. It was like, oh, that's just for little kids. But we would get dressed up sometimes, even in junior high, with a pillowcase to get the candy that we could get. Yeah. And you kind of had to start worrying about stuff then. I remember them thinking people were putting razor blades in apples and things like that. So your parents had to check your candy after a certain point. Oh, your real name is Jeannie when you would go out and tell people until creepers that my name is Barbara Eden, so my friends know there's a creeper alert. Oh, that's funny. Oh. Yeah, the MASH reruns. Well, didn't we have our first cross-dresser? Was Corporal Klinger, and nobody ever said anything about that. None of those MAGA people were out there. Oh my God, why is he doing that? Night Court, going to the fair. The Prisoner. Oh, I don't think I remember that. Oh, they actually gave you toothbrushes? Oh my God, Craig. We got money sometimes, like a dime or a quarter, because of course that was a lot for us. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Oh, yeah. Flip Wilson, the BBC. Yeah, my mother loved Flip Wilson. We had to watch that every time. And I loved it when he was Geraldine. Now, there's another example of cross-dresser. And he did a fabulous job. And remember, he'd always say, what you see is what you get. Oh, that's funny. And the devil made me do it. That was the other thing he said. Are you being served? Sammy Davis Jr. How you doing, babe? He used to say that all the time. Sammy Davis, how are you, babe? Yeah, the Vietnam era. Watching the news on a TV tray in the living room to find out what happened in Vietnam. Yeah. Had a brother over there, 3 times. And never came back the same. Never came back the same. Pee Wee Herman. Oh my God. He just passed, didn't he? Paul Rubens. I think he did. Damn it, Janet. I say that all the time. I love you. What is it that she said? Oh, Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's great. Here come the judge. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What about what did you guys eat for like junk food, if you know what I mean? Because nobody really, well, they limited us in some ways, but like pixie sticks were these sticks you could have, and then you dump it off into your hand and lick it off your hand, and it was COVID related. No, it made your hand blue or pink or whatever color it was, and then they had the little plastic you bite off the top, and it was liquid you drink. That was another thing that I remember. And of course, fireballs, the jawbreakers. And there were also, you could buy black mustache in wax, and you could buy teeth, that buck teeth, and you could buy lips. Remember those? Oh my, yes, wax Coke bottles with small drinks in it. Yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Penny candy, licorice buttons, Pop Rocks. I've never had those, Rossi. But my kids did. Yeah. Oh, cigars. German light spot. Oh, harmonicas. Oh, yeah, you could buy the little harmonica that you could also, because you were allowed to chew the wax thing, but it never came wrapped. Just think about that. Think about some of the things as kids we would never have survived. Nowadays, everything is so clean. We were doing all kinds of stuff, and just we were fine most of the time. There wasn't packaging for a lot of things. There was Boston baked beans and Necco wafers, Mary Jane's. Of course, that's not to be confused with the shoes that were Mary Jane's, the black patent leather shoes. And how many of you ladies also wore saddle shoes? I had a pair. I didn't like mine, though, because mine were light brown and dark brown. All my friends had white and red, or white and black, or white and blue, or whatever. My mother didn't get to the store fast enough. Chico sticks. Wow, candy cigarettes. Oh, yes, Laura. And they would say, now, that's glorifying smoking. Oh, no, it isn't. It's being a kid. Oh, that's funny. When did you age, Peace Mama? Honey, it don't take very much. My daughter's already doing videos on perimenopause on her Instagram account. That's so funny. Yeah, cigars and cigarettes. Ooh, Starsky and Hutch. Yeah, you'd get 25 cents. I would get even less. What we did was we got the bottles that people would throw out the window, because people were always throwing them out the window. Then no trash worrying. It wasn't until they had that President Johnson and Mrs. Johnson's Clean Up America or whatever, from people throwing shit out the window of their cars, and then made it illegal. But we'd go pick up the bottles and bring them back to the dime store and get 2 cents on a bottle. And so we would, maybe get 10 bottles. So we would have 20 cents. And 20 cents bought you 20 pieces of penny candy. That's all you needed. Yeah, fireballs. Taffy. Ooh, lemon heads. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, me too, Mousy. I can still taste the wax. Yes. Your grandpa managed a dime store and he'd open the gumball machine and let you pick out some prizes. Oh, well, that's nice because I never could get anything. Or you remember those things that they had like a shovel thing that you do it and you try to get a toy or whatever, and you just about get it over to drop it through the little slot and the thing would end, or you do it wrong, or I never. Oh, candy necklaces. There was also, when I went to Disneyland when I was about 10, there was rock candy, they called it, that was there in a little box. It looked like rocks, but it was just crunchy candy. It wasn't like pop rocks or anything. A pack of candy cigarettes, dots on the paper. Yes, dots on the paper. Yes, I remember that. That was fun. That was fun to eat that. Yes. Yeah, Boston baked beans, the candy. Oh, your stepdad did Geraldine. Blackjack gum. And tea-berry gum too. I found some actually, both of those in like an old country store. They still make it. Actually, you can even order it online at the Vermont Country Store. If you go there, you'll see all this penny candy that you can order. Walnuttos and Mary Jane's and Kits candy. And of course, sugar babies, sugar daddies. Trying to think what else you just everything from 60s, 70s. Yeah. They also had, when I would go babysitting on a Friday night, I would make sure that I brought with me my own snacks because people didn't really have what I wanted there. So I bring a bag of taco flavored Doritos and purple passion soda. It was delicious, and I can't find that anywhere else. But anybody live in the East Coast and try Moxie? Wow, it's really bad. Hollywood candy bars, Hubba Hubba gum, Twinkies. Oh yeah, killer gonna get you. That's funny, Sonia. Oh yeah, how about fountain cokes or sitting up at the fountain and getting a root beer float or getting a chocolate. Yeah, you have to sit up on the stool that swiveled at the drugstore. And they also at the drugstore had all new editions of Archie comics for that particular month. You could go in and get Betty or Veronica or whatever, Jughead. And I think probably there were others, except I wasn't interested in the others at the time. But some of the boys in the class probably liked the Marvel ones or the Superman ones or whatever. But yeah, I think they were 10 or 15 cents a piece. And I loved them when I was in, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. I thought they were wonderful. I also loved reading Nancy Drew mysteries. Ladies, how about you? I know some of you younger gals probably read Judy Blume's books. Those are actually now on the list that you can't read in some states. If the boys, Hardy Boys, I would get 3 or 4 Nancy Drew books for Christmas, and by the day after Christmas, they would all be read. And then I have nothing to do because that's all I did was sit and read them. You still pick up beer cans for 10 cents, just turned them in and had 108. Wow, CJ, good for you. Must have to pay a tax there in your state because not all states, usually they just recycle that stuff. Oh, Kmart. Oh, my. Yes, remember Kmart would have a blue light special? Chocolate eclairs. Ooh, Japanese tea. Woolworth's lunch counter. Been there, done that. Yep. Oh, it's a small town, Mousy. Yeah. Baby Ruth. Remember the movie with Bill Murray? Caddyshack, when they have to drain the whole pool because they think there's a duty in the pool. And he drains the whole pool, and then he picks it up and he goes, "Oh, okay." And he eats it. And it was baby Ruth. Yeah. Everybody was mortified because they thought that he was eating crapola. You have the Nancy Drew Yellow Book collection. Wow. Boxcar Children. There you go. Yeah. You had a neighborhood stores and walk up to the windows to the cafe where you could get soft serve ice cream. And you could also get it dipped, couldn't you, in the chocolate? I think you could still do that at Dairy Queen, but I don't know any other place that I've seen that still around. Snowballs. Yep. Your mom wanted you to be a nurse. She read Cherry Ames. Oh my goodness. I remember Cherry Ames. Yeah. You're in Canada, close to Michigan. Okay. I see. I get it. Oh, wow. Did you ever make cinnamon toothpicks from Pharmacist Cinnamon? Never heard of that, Laura. Huh. A&W with the mugs that were chilled. Best root beer ever. Best root beer. Mm-hmm. Paper dolls. Yeah. So I had all the every Barbie doll kind of thing. I had Barbie, Ken, Alan, Midge, Scooter, Skipper. Who knows who? They had some with wigs. There was some with, my sister-in-law made clothing from old fabrics that she had for one Christmas for me when I was a kid. That was cool because it was clothes that fit Barbie that nobody else had. They wanted to borrow them. Can I put that on my doll? Yeah. The charity. Yeah. The book banned you of Footloose. Oh yes. Yes, we have an old-fashioned dairy bar here. It's a real deal. Oh, I've been to those in New Hampshire, and you're right, Mary. It's like if you want a one scoop cone or something, it's like $4.30, something crazy like that. Yeah, I totally get it. But I love that you pull your car in, you go up to the dairy bar, and you sit in your car. Oh, and it has other food there too, like hamburgers and stuff. Yep. Toothpicks soaked in cinnamon. Oh my goodness, I had never heard of that. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Never had a Barbie doll, Mossy. Well, you probably didn't miss much. Did you have a Thumbelina? Or what was the other one? Oh gosh, I can't remember. Chatty Cathy. I had Chatty Cathy and Chatty Baby. Who, I don't have any. I had them for a long time, and there's just too much to drag around. But they'd be worth a lot of money now. I recognize. Oh, can you in Albuquerque? Okay. Fizzy tablets. Yes. Have any of you guys ever seen fizzies? Well, a long time ago. And one's root beer flavor, you had cherry flavor, you had other flavors, and you drop them in water and it fizzes it. Yes, 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 yes. Forgot about that. Oh my God. A gallon of root beer. Mrs. Beasley. That was such a good show, and it was such a tragedy what happened to her, the young girl that played the part. Yeah. Laura. Yeah. I know Laura, she likes that. Chatty Cathy. Little Kittles. Jamie Johnson, my friend and I did too. We loved the Little Kittles. We had all kinds of little, and we also had the trolls with the hair that you would twirl around, and oh my God. Oh, you put them on your tongue. Okay. Donuts made of biscuits? Ooh. And the drink out of the hose. Absolutely. No, non-existent. Oh, you didn't like dolls, Rossi? Oh, that's it's funny now, I think too, that people don't push dolls on girls and trucks on boys. It's like, what do you want to do? And there's less delineation, I think. My son liked stuffed animals, and I like stuffed animals much, much more than dolls. So I always bought my kids stuffed animals, and my son probably carried around his stuffed animal till he was 11 or so. He loved it. He just loved that animal. Paint, and we would a gallon of the syrup to take home. Oh wow! Used to buy the cinnamon. You got sister dolls. Oh, okay. Oh, he did? He bought trolls at the joke store. Saltines and peanut butter, still a good combination. Buffy and Jody and Mr. French. Sebastian Cabot was his name. Yeah. Yeah. Tonka trucks, hopscotch. Oh, you dropped the fizzies in the neighbor's pool? Oh my God. You crazy. Yeah. Oh, okay, Rossi. Okay. Art supply. Did you have a spirograph freestyle? Did you have a spirograph? I had one of those that you could make all kinds of pictures with. I liked that. I think you can still get one, actually. I think I've still seen them. We bought something like that for my husband's grandchildren, and they didn't know what it was and they didn't like it. Probably because nobody else had it, you know? So, Tonka trucks are now plastic. Ooh, really? Well, I wonder how many boys got hurt by metal Tonka trucks. Yeah. Peanuts and Coke bottles. There you go. You have your choice. I had my books for a long, long time and sold them in bulk to somebody. I had all the golden books, the little golden books that, kids get. That was a big thing of mine. Amazon carries a spirograph. Okay. Chico and the Man. Oh, Freddie Prinze. Yeah. And I think I don't know if Freddie Prinze Jr. was born before he passed or what. Some of those younger guys that left us, like Bruce Lee and Freddie Prinze, and there's a few others, due to some weird thing happening to them. Yeah, it's kind of. Oh, Jim Croce, he died in a plane crash. Yeah, there's others. R.C. Cola, Etch a Sketch. Wow. Line up stuffed animals on the couch and sing to them with Carole King. I love that, Amanda. I used to have tea parties with all my stuffies. Yeah. Oh, your 8-track. Yeah. Yeah. Books were popular with. Okay. Beverly Cleary. You had a child-sized spinning wheel. Light Bright. Oh, wow. Snow cones with frizzies. You guys are awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Wow. Well, I'm sure there's lots of other things we should talk about at some point. But for me, laughing and nostalgia always brings me so much joy. And it sort of reinvigorates the idea of staying in that childlike wonder. So if you can't go back to it, you can always go back to it here and remember, and not even wistfully, because I don't want to go back there. I don't want to be that age. I don't want to live in that environment, but I sure did like it when I did. I did. Although I think we all wanted to grow up too fast, don't you? And right now I'm even seeing it. It's worse than it's ever been. Keith's granddaughter is, I think, 13, and she's already wearing nylons and high heels and makeup and all. It's to me, it's not. It's too soon. But I'm probably passe at this point. Oh, the bookmobile. Yeah. Oh, the Sears catalog. Oh my God. My mother wanted to look at it and I wouldn't give it back because I had to, look at everything in there. I even one time went through some pictures of the Sears catalog like in the 60s, and I posted some pictures on my Facebook. This was years ago, of the bathrobes. They had the quilted bathrobes in the polyester with the button down and the Peter Pan collar. And, you could get it in blue or pink or yellow. And the big fuzzy slippers that you could get to go with it. And of course, I also had to have my hair in foam curlers for anything important because my mother would say your hair's too flat, so it's got to be bigger. But I always had really fine hair. She would do that. Yeah, that's so funny. Climbing trees. Oh, at the bra section. I have a bra story to tell you. You would be mortified. Maybe it happened to you. You want to be Clark Gable. I don't blame you. He's a nice looking guy. My mother, everybody was in junior high was having a bra, and the boys would go and pull the back of your bra strap and snap it if they, now that would be sexual harassment. But anyway, so if a boy came up to snap your bra and you had no bra because you didn't wear one yet, you still wore an undershirt, it was pretty damn embarrassing. So I told my mother, I have to have a bra. You don't need a bra. I said, I know, but I need one. Everybody else has one. I need one. So we go to Bradley's, I think, or which was like a Kmart local place. And she'd say, here, try this on over your shirt. Right in the middle of the friggin' place. I said, I don't want to do that. It's very embarrassing. Oh, no, it's all right. No one will see you. No one will see me here in the bra section in the middle of a store, trying it on over my shirt. Very embarrassing. Very, very embarrassing. Very horrific. It was really tough for me. I was like, oh my God. Training bras. Easy bake oven. Ah, yes. Oh, yeah, cordless phone. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh. Your dad would have beaten your ass if you tried to wear any on the young kids? I don't know what you mean, Mousy. To wear any bra? I don't know. Okay. Macrame? Uh-huh. Oh, a training bra. What is it training for, I want to grow up and be a lot more pointy. Oh, yes, Charlie. Those belts. Those were awful, awful, awful. Oh, any of the clothes the kids wear today. I'm sorry, Mousy. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. Although I remember in ninth grade, hot pants were in, and mini skirts, of course, this would have been in about, between 1970 and 1973. And I had a pair of pink hot pants. Touch me. They were short, but I was very tiny. So, oh yeah, the garter belts. Oh, you guys have no idea. No idea. Oh, just gross. Oh, you're kidding. The boys would pull the girls' panties? Oh, you mean from the back, Craig? Okay. Hopefully. Not this way. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Garter belts. They were horrible. Yeah. Gals, do you remember the Monchichi monkey? My generation, it was Zip. Zip was a stuff like a plastic nose and mouth, and it had the word zip on it. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. A sweater on a mannequin? Oh my. Yes, 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 yes. Well, we must increase our bust. The bigger the better. The tighter the sweater, the boys depend on us. Oh my God. Yeah, Soupy Sales, you know what he did? Hey kids, when your mom's out of the room, go into her pocketbook and get out some money and mail it to me. He got nabbed on that one. Yes. Oh yeah, the tube top. I also had a wig, a fairly nice looking wig, and the boys knew it was a wig, and they used to pull it off, and my hair would be all pinned up underneath, and it was embarrassing. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh well. Well, everybody, I hope you have. I really do. And I thank you so much for being here today. Oh, yeah, the bullet bras. Funny. Apologies for last night for whatever reason that was. But again, if it happens to you again, go into take a look at what Michelle wrote about how to check to see if you need to clear your cache or have a problem or whatever. And I'm just going to hope it doesn't happen to anybody else again. But know that I wouldn't dump you. You'd be here. I love you all. I hope you have a beautiful afternoon. I'm going to be back tonight at 6 o'clock with the Dream Fence. So come and enjoy. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.